welcome back to my channel. You can like and subscribe if you think these videos are interesting. Today we'll be doing the March-April 1938 turn. Last turn we saw Commonwealth and Germany both gear up. Japan did her political option for the Peking Bridge incident. Italy signed a minor economic agreement with Portugal and then discovered she didn't have enough convoy points to actually go out and get the point. And the French failed to hold an election because they didn't get a chance to do a political option. So today, let's start right off with starting money for the various major powers. Let's see. We got Germany at 3, Japan at -2, Italy at -3, USSR 1, Commonwealth at -4, France at -1, USA at -2, and China at 0. The major powers have put in their bids. Let's go over to the status display and see what we have for bids going in. Three major powers bid this turn. Surprise, surprise, the French are bidding. They still owe an election from 1937. They bid 1. They get 3 bonus bid points for not getting to do a political option and paying for it. So they get the 3 bonus bid points there, and they get +2 for their 5th spot on the initiative position. They'll be in first. Germany. Germany bid 2. They get +4 for the first initiative position. However, they're going to attempt to do 2 political options. They're going to try to take advantage of the fact that the French haven't even completed their election for 1937 yet. So they're going to go for 2 political options. The Soviets are bidding 1. They get 1 for their 6th position. Gives them a total of 2. That's going to put their money total down to 0. So if they get a chance to go, they will actually be able to gear up. Their credit limit is 10. And it's going to cost them 10 to gear up. So let's take a look at how this is going to flesh out the political initiative for this turn. Okay, we got the French at 6. That's going to put them in the first. Germany at 3 for 2 political options. That's going to put them in second. And the USSR at 2. It's going to put them in third in position, and that's going to be the last card marker. Goes there, first one there. Now we got to flush out the rest of them. We got Great Britain and Japan tied at 3. However, the Japanese political initiative is 4, and the Commonwealth political effectiveness is 3. So the Japanese break that tie. They will be 4th. Commonwealth will be 5th. The Italians have 2. That's going to put them in 6. US and China bring up the rear. Alright, France is up. Let's see what the French are going to do. Not that we don't know what they're going to do, because they have to do it. So it looks like they're going to play IPO 10. Government falls, election called. This can only be played on Democrat major powers. You must either name your own major power or a major power that has a higher initiative position than yours. You may not choose a major power that is at war with another major power, or a major power that doesn't need to hold an election in the current time frame. Forces them to hold an election, okay. Okay, unless your election is late, their election is late, or you're forced to hold an election, no, or IPO 10 has already been played, no, this turn. You must play IPO 10 to hold an election. Otherwise, you may play option 0C to hold your election. So, tells me that they have to play this, so they're going to have to pay another franc to pay this. So they get their election. There's no U.S. entry. There's no minor country effects. Well, I do believe they get to activate a minor after they hold an election. Yes, they do get to activate a minor. So now the French actually get to do something. I get to actually activate a minor now. Who are they going to activate? Really doesn't look too good at this point. Not really seeing a whole lot that could potentially be activated. That's really not going to help. That's not going to help. That's not going to... There really isn't a whole lot out here that could benefit the Western Allies one way or another. So I think what we'll do is we're going to activate Belgium. Got a -1 Commonwealth and a -3 German. Let's go over here. Put the political markers out. Pay the money for the French election. So the Belgian marker is here. And what we'd really like to do is get Belgium into the same hex as France. That would be really good. So let's see. Okay, so we're going to activate the Commonwealth one first. That's a -1. So here's the Commonwealth. So here's Belgium. So it's got to move it either here or here. It's going to cost at least 2 points. So it's not going to have any effect. The -3 German, however. -3 German, okay? Normally costs 2 to enter a hex, okay? However, we get -1 moving towards you in your ideology. Here's France. Belgium, we're going to be moving away from Germany. That's this way. So it's only going to cost 1 per hex. So 1, 2, 3. France has got Belgium stacked with her. Now all she needs to do is get a treaty with Belgium, and she can align Belgium should Germany attack her, which would be a big bonus for the French. Okay, now let's see if the French end the political phase. We rolled a 5. It's going to continue on. And now we're going to move on to Germany. Germans, sneaky that they are going to play, for their first option, they're going to do the Anschluss. Alright. Okay, let's check it out. Germany can only play this option if A, Italy has not played her option 7. She has not. And B, Germany's PM is 3/4 or higher, and it is. And Germany's initiative position is less than every major power allied to Austria. There are none allied. And Austria is not at war, civil war, conquered, or aligned by a major power. None of that applies. Alright, so after this is going to cost Germany 4 money. After playing this option, Austria becomes part of the German home country. Austria no longer has an independent partisan value. Germany receives 1 infantry and 1 mountain unit, if available, to arrive as German reinforcements. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record the US entry, and I'm going to put these markers out, and then I'll come right back and we'll activate a minor. Alright, Germany has decided to activate Spain. I'm going to activate Spain just to get rid of the -1. Yeah, there is a British -1 in there, but I think it's more important to get rid of the German -1 than anything else. So I don't even need to go to the status display for that, because it's not going to move anything anyways. Okay, put those back. Alright. Roll a die, see if we end the political phase. Roll the big old fat 10. I ain't going to end anything. Alright. The next political option that Germany is going to do is demand Sudetenland. Now, the Commonwealth and the French, if they coordinate together, they can actually stop Germany from doing this. They have a couple of political options that can basically halt Germany from doing this demand Sudetenland, which means that the only way Germany would get Czechoslovakia would be to conquer them, which means the red factories in Czechoslovakia would be of, or the blue factories in Czechoslovakia would be of no use. So, in the free units that the Germans are going to get, they wouldn't get those, and it would be a mess for Germany. So, Germany's going to take advantage of the fact that the French really miffed up their elections, and that the Commonwealth is not even bidding this turn because they're in debt. So, we're going to demand Sudetenland. So, the U.S. entry for this is going to be a +3, the same as the Anschluss. I'll get the political markers out, and then Germany will get to activate another minor. We'll be right back. Okay, now Germany gets to activate a minor. Look at the negative influence in Czechoslovakia. -11. Wow. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to activate Poland, because we have a +3 in Poland. That should move the marker at least 1 hex. So we'll grab the influence markers. We'll go over the status display. Check it out over here. And here's the marker right there. The Polish marker is right here in its original hex, even though it's moved a couple spaces back and forth. Poland has a treaty with France, so when moving away from the French marker, it's going to cost an extra point. See, +1 moving away from any allied major power. So the hex costs 2, +1 to move away from the French. It's going to cost 3. That's exactly how many points we have. So we'll move Poland down here. It's a strategy. Germany's trying to keep Poland out from under the democracy's influence. So now we got to roll to see if Germany ends a political phase. Let's see, we've had 2 political options previously played. So it's a -2 to the die. Soviets are not going to be happy. Roll the 3. 3 -2 is 1. The political phase is over. Okay. So I'll be right back. We'll do the initiative, the weather, and I'll show you the reinforcements for this turn. So the initiative roll came out as a 10 for the Democrats, a 9 for the Soviet Union, and a 10 for the fascists. Modified, that comes out to be a 9 for the Democrats, and 11 for the Soviets, and a 12 for the fascists. So the fascists have chosen to go last, not knowing what the weather's going to be. The Soviets are going to go in the middle, and the Democrats are going first again. The weather roll ended up being a 5, modified to a 7, is rain in the Arctic, rain in North Temperate, fair in the Mediterranean, fair in North Monsoon, rain in South Monsoon, and fair in South Temperate. The impulse marker will move up 2. There's no modifier for next impulses or the next set of weather rolls. Okay, let's take a look at the reinforcements for this turn. Doesn't look to be a whole pile of them in there. Okay, let's see what we got. March, April. We got a Soviet pilot. We'll put that on the track. First pilot. First pilot of the game. We have a communist garrison division. I'll go on board. Here's the mountain. Oops, you know what? I'm doing the wrong one. DoDIII. I'll put them back. Okay, doing the wrong one. Sorry about that. All right. Good thing I caught that. Okay, we have a garrison nationalist division. All right. We have the Texas joining the American fleet. We have a convoy point for the Commonwealth tanker point for the Soviets, a tanker point for America, and we got the Wasp going on board, and we have the Bismarck going on board. So I'll get those on the board and we'll pick up with the Democrats' turn. Okay, for the Democrats' turn, let's go right to China. There really isn't a lot to do right now. Oh, this is supposed to be turned over. Sorry about that. So I think the only thing the Chinese are going to do, they're going to take a land action. It's rain, so movement costs are more than what they have for ability to move. Get my terrain effects chart out here. Alright, normally mountain's going to cost a leg unit 4 movement points anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's going to flip them over, but I think we should get somebody in Fuchao before the Japanese try to land there. Ships fell over. Very difficult for China to do anything with their ships because they only have A oil. Let's see, this, I think we'll move him here. I think this looks good right here. It's rain, I don't want to move too much. And it's kind of weak, but we can't really do anything about it right now because of the rain. Alright, I think that's about the end of the Democrats' turn. We'll move the marker up. Alright, Soviets. Soviets have a problem, so they're going to rail this headquarters. Timoshenko, he's going to rail over here to Baku. That's all they're going to do for this turn. Alright, that's it for them. Germans don't have anything to do. Let's go right to Japan. I don't see the Japanese moving much simply because, like the Chinese, anything they move is going to flip over. Yeah, we're not even going to transport anything this turn. It's just not worth it. Going to get too much stuff flipped in. The weather could improve a lot for March, April. A good roll. We could have fair weather everywhere. So let's move the marker up too. Have the Democrats roll for weather. Well, 5. Actually, there's no modifier to the die this time, so it's worse. So we got storm in the Arctic, storm in North Temperate, rain, fair, rain, fair. Marker moves up 2. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run through the turn, and if anything breaks, so I can show you, I will, and if not, we'll just pick up at production. The turn ended up going 22 impulses before finally ending on the Democrats again. The weather never got better, really. I mean, it got really bad at one point. It was like blizzards and late March storms, all that stuff. And it ended up being basically the same weather that this turn started with. Never had any clear weather at all, especially in the North Temperate, just nothing. The Japanese shuffled a few units around. The Soviets railed a couple units down by Persia. The Chinese moved a couple units here and there, but nothing really major happened. So now let's go to production. So what do we got for production? Well, the Germans, they produced 15. They started with 9, they spent 10. Japan produced 6, started with 4 and spent 6. Italy produced 4, started with 1, spent 3. Just laying down another battleship, the Impero. Okay. The Commonwealth produced 11, started with 7, and spent 10. Pulled the Queen Elizabeth out of the repair pool, the Liverpool out of the construction pool, territorial, and a pilot. France produced 3, started with 0, spent nothing. The US produced 3, started with 1, pulled the Vincents out of the construction pool. And China produced 3, started with 3, and spent 4. So I'll get these on the circle and maybe I'll upload this turn and hopefully I get another turn done soon. Thanks for watching.